Hola a todo el mundo, bienvenidos nuevamente a Let's Play Fire Emblem Three Houses. En el último episodio tomamos la fortaleza inexpugnable, una batalla que fue más dura de lo habitual para este juego. Hoy vamos a volver a empezar una vida de la profesora, que es la que seguramente haga tutorías, porque estamos casi al final del juego. Realmente no vale mucho la pena hacer lo que estaba haciendo ya.
Part 2. Azure Moon. Verdant Rain Moon. Our chosen paths. The Kingdom Army has captured Fort Mercius. Managing troops from the now stable Western Kingdom and former Alliance territory, the Kingdom Army returns to Garrigmach to regroup and reorganize its forces. With sufficient might to challenge the Empire, the Kingdom Army finalizes their plans to march on Enbar, the Imperial capital.
Dame un segundo mientras todo esto carga. Oh.
There you are. His Highness was looking for you.
¿Dónde está?
He's gone ahead and started interrogating the prisoner, Viscount Kleiman's man. He said he'd like for you and I to be present as well. Will you come with me?
Claro.
I cannot overlook your reckless remarks. Are you really so keen to lose your head?
I only did what I believed was right. I swear to the goddess that I'm not lying. Amidst the turmoil of the tragedy, Lady Patricia was supposed to be the only one who was unharmed. We had been given orders ahead of time to not approach her carriage.
¿Patricia fue cómplice?
Of course not. What would my stepmother have had to gain from such a...
Perhaps Lady Patricia would have done anything to return to the Empire, to her husband and daughter.
What exactly are you implying?
For the past few months, I've been spying on lords who defected to the Empire in order to investigate rumors about Lady Patricia. Cornelia's words were true. The two of them, I am afraid they conspired together after all.
Enough of this nonsense. You say she wished to return home? That isn't nearly enough reason to cause such a tragedy.
I do not intend to imply that the two of them were solely responsible for the whole affair. There were likely nobles who opposed the king, or potentially someone who wanted to throw the kingdom into chaos. The Empire and people like Solon and Kranya had their motives too.
So my stepmother joined with them to cause the tragedy. Is that what you believe?
Ultimately, this is just conjecture based on the evidence at hand. I have no idea what their true intentions were.
I see. We will hear what this man has to say. For now.
My lord had long felt that King Lambert's radical ways were dangerous. At the time, he was approached with an offer to take part in the incident at Dusker. My lord loves his homeland. To me, he embodied justice. We were only doing what we thought was right.
And so, in the name of justice, he caused massacre upon massacre out of love for his homeland. You murdered your own king, killed our soldiers, and involved innocent citizens. And yet you have the gall to speak of justice!
I am only standing before you now, because I could no longer bear the weight of my sins.
¿Te arrepientes de tus actos?
No. I accept your hatred, and even the punishment of death. But I still believe it was a massacre in the name of justice.
Gilbert, lock this man in his cell.
Are you not going to kill him?
I will make that decision once I have had time to consider this man's definition of justice.
Yes, Your Highness.
¿Estás bien?
No, I cannot say that I am. Tell me, Professor, how well do you remember your father, Gerald?
Perfectamente.
Soon enough, you will come to understand how painful it is to forget the faces of those who have passed on. To be honest, I cannot really remember my stepmother's... that woman's smile, nor the sound of... I always told myself that I would not allow my mind to forget, and yet, all I can recall with clarity is her gazing away, so forlorn. Did my stepmother wish to go home so badly that she would kill Father and me? Kill her false family? Home, to her own blood. Her true family.
Ojalá lo supiera.
I suppose it doesn't make any difference now. I am asking you questions you could not possibly know the answer to. I am finished with thoughts like that. I am finally able to go on living without clinging to hate. If I truly treasure those who have died, then I must earnestly atone for my sins. Father, Glenn, all of the soldiers who have fallen, the people of Duscur who still suffer persecution. The only atonement I can offer them now is to take responsibility for this broken kingdom that has been entrusted to me.
Responsabilizarte del reino.
That is why I feel that I must meet with Edelgard and try to talk to her. Do you think it is a fool's errand? Honestly, I think so too.
Yo también lo creo.
I must swallow my feelings and grudges, our whole history really, and ask her about this future that she sees. What she aims for once her domination is complete. What kind of justice she clings to as she fights. And why she felt it necessary to start this war. I believe that asking her these things is the true responsibility I have been tasked with as king.
¿Cómo lo vas a hacer?
We will march our troops to the Imperial capital. But before any battle begins, we will set up camp nearby and send a messenger. I will tell her that I need to speak with her in a safe place, without any weapons or troops. As to whether or not she will agree to my request, well, that rests solely on Edelgard.
Seguro, Clara.
I would like to believe that as well. You know, Professor, when we fought in Ferdiad, Cornelia mocked me and called me pitiful. But even if it is true that my stepmother never loved me, I am not to be pitied. After all, I have allies and dear friends who care for me. And now, I also have you by my side.
Vale. Oh, wow. Este mes es largo. Vamos a hacer la primera semana voy a ir al monasterio. Para ver si hay quest, para recoger las... ¡Pollo! Emblem. Para recoger las plantas, pero no voy a plantar más ya. Ya no voy a plantar más. Ya está claro que estamos muy cerca de endgame. Entonces voy a recoger lo que hay aquí y voy a hacer mi rutina. Verona blanca era resistencia, ¿verdad? Sí. Apoyo. Vale, pues...
No.
Magia resistencia a los aliados hasta final de mes. Habilidad... no quiero gastar el mensajero divino porque no quiero gastar esto en el último mapa. Quiero gastar esto en el último mapa. Me hace uno a todos los aliados, hace uno a todo.
I enjoy. You seem to.
Defensa más uno para todos. ¿Quién no está motivado? Todo el mundo está motivado.
Professor.
Mercedes e Ingrid están por aquí, en el jardín.
We'll be heading for the capital soon. Will the war really be over if we take the capital?
Sin duda.
Hey, I'm sure it won't end right away, but that's still great. I truly believe that a peaceful...
Tururururun.
I hope this is the final battle. Don't you, Professor? When the war is over, everyone will be busy with their own... But let's all meet up again someday. You, His Highness, my father, our monastery friends, the knights, everyone.
Me parece buena idea.
It was just a silly whim I had, but I really love it. Ooh, and I'll bake a bunch of desserts for it. Reunion sweet. All we have to do now is win. Let's get to it.
¡Más magia! A ver si acaso le encontramos una carpa plateada. No.
Hey.
Singing is
Professor. Our next battlefield will be the Imperial capital. There will be no turning back. If you have any unfinished business here, you had best settle it before we depart.
¿Me puede...? Así lo
I
haré.
knew I could count on you.
Me puedo evitar pensar que supuestamente son 22 capítulos, vamos por el 21, pero estoy pensando a lo mejor el prólogo cuenta como capítulo y este es el último.
Professor!
Profesor.
Rayo, the battle will...
I've avoided the damned place ever since I abandoned my nobility. Now here we are, especially as I'm returning to end the Empire.
you there. Well, life can be tough, you know. But if you've got your friends to help you through, it can be a lot easier. Maybe you butt heads sometimes, but that... And I've got friends, Professor, plenty of those. It's true love that seems to have passed me by.
Aún hay
But
esperanza.
where is my true love to be found? At this point, I'm just hoping you stay single too. Then at least we can share each other's misery.
Vale, como no he comido y todo eso, tengo un montón de puntos de sobra todavía. Catherine.
Hey.
To think of it. Looks like we're nearing the end of. I'm sure Lady Rhea is on tenterhooks waiting for me to swoop in and. I was just kidding. Lady Rhea's not waiting for me, I know. No matter how much I might.
Tarararán. Ahora me he quedado con la duda. ¿Contará el prólogo como un capítulo? Simplemente lo contarán como prólogo. Porque esta podría ser la batalla final de verdad, tal como lo están pintando.
He intends to speak to the Emperor? She's his stepsister, I know, but this seems risky.
¿Te pones?
I'm not. I'm sure if the two can settle this diplomatically, that would be the best way out of this. Let's just hope he doesn't become so overwhelmed with emotion that he's unable to.
No puedes enseñarme espadas. Bueno, no creo que haya nadie que pueda enseñarme espadas. No tengo a nadie que use espadas. No hay más que hacer. Veamos este apoyo.
What brings you here at this hour, and with sword in hand, no less? Hardly the appropriate attire for prayer.
I am not here to pray to the goddess. I am here to atone for my sins.
I see.
You are your father's reflection. He was never skilled at deception either. Your demand that I take your life was sincere, no matter how you might pretend otherwise.
How astute of you. So, you think you can see right through me, do you?
I watched over you from the day you were born. That is why it pains me so to do this. It is like taking the life of my own son.
I am sorry to burden you with this, but you have my gratitude. Now, make it quick.
Yes.
You really are a cruel man.
You believe death will bring an end to your torment? That is nothing but an act of cowardice. No matter how difficult, no matter how painful, your duty to your people is to continue fighting.
Even if those who have died, the many whose lives I have taken, would rather see me dead?
Many pray for your death. However, there are far more who need you here, alive. In Fargus, in the monastery, in this army, and here, standing before you. To serve you, to bear your torment alongside you. That, your highness, is my atonement.
Look at my hands.
They are shaking.
When I saw your sword swing before my eyes, for the first time, I did not wish to die. Many times I have felt that I cannot afford to die, but this was the first time I truly feared the prospect. Tell me, Gustav, is it really right for me to live?
It is, your highness. It truly is.
Thank you.
Los apoyos en este juego son muy buenos. En fin. Vaya Emblem. Nuestras últimas tutorías en condiciones. Tarararán, parapapapapam. Haga lo que haga con Anet, no va a llegar ni a rango S ni a rango A+ ahí. A ver si puedes quedarte el escudo yote y no tengo que quedarte el objeto. Lo veo difícil. Lo veo difícil. Siempre podemos forzarlo un poco. Del mismo modo que podemos forzar a... Ya que Dimitri no va a llegar a S en caballos. Vamos a ver si puedo hacer que Petra llegue a rango S+ en vuelo. Y así no tenga que equiparse el escudo yote. Es deprimente presenciar carnicerías día tras día. ¿Se te ocurre alguna cosa entretenida que podremos hacer para sentirnos mejor? ¿Por qué no invitas a una chica a comer? Oh. ¿Es el cumpleaños de Manuela? Toma unas flores, Manuela.
We must be working with each other. I am a little worried. We had a great...
Para pa 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 pa.
I still need to improve.
Hachas 5. Y el resto nada de nada. Tenemos otra oportunidad para luchar. Que no vamos a utilizar. Nos piden ser nivel 41. Tras tomar fuertemente el grupo se dirige a Emblem, la capital de emergencia. No tiene pinta de ser la batalla final esta. Parece que va a haber otra. Me llama la atención, no obstante, que el desvío... Ah, claro, el desvío de Dimitri se puede hacer hasta la semana previa a esta batalla, imagino, porque aquí volveremos a luchar contra Vida. Bueno, vamos a... La gente descansando tal cual. Hagamos seminarios. ¿Alguien nos puede enseñar a volar? Sí, claro. ¿What? ¡Tú no puedes enseñar vuelo! Oh, quería que Petra aprendiese vuelo. A un seminario de magia. Mercedes, enséñame magia. Da un seminario de magia. Razón 5. Fe 1. Me pregunto si podré llegar a Fe. Si diese vueltas por el monasterio podría llegar a Fe. Hacedlo automático, es decir, no tenéis motivación. ¡Ajá! Vamos, Pedro, ya te falta poco. Oh, 11 puntos. ¡Ajá! Pero eso es una buena magia la que se ha aprendido. Alcance +1. Alcance +1 es una muy buena habilidad. Y sellar magia no lo es. Y lanzas en tu caso tampoco lo es. Potenciar suerte, iu. Venga, Mercedes, otro seminario de magia. Si os preguntáis por qué Mercedes y no Anet, es porque quiero que Anet también aprenda magia. A ver si maximiza algo. ¿Favoritismos? ¡Totalmente! No va a ser el caso. Favoritismo total, por supuesto. Y bueno, como puedes ver, así todo avanza mucho más rápido. Ah, tutorial liderazgo. Por eso tienen que hacerlo automática.
I am having a report.
Para pa 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 pam. Yo te shield. Perfecto.
Age is but a number.
¡Meteoro! ¡Meteoro! ¡Granizo de meteoritos! ¡Pum! Ay, el Sword. Me gustaba mucho ese juego, pero siempre me aburría cuando llegaba Hamel. Vale. Vamos a asegurarnos de que todo el mundo tenga las armas en condiciones. Porque Ingrid lleva un par de batallas en las que no lleva sus armas en condiciones. Que sin point lleva un hacha porque es su... Lleva un hacha ahí porque es su... Sus lanzas estaban todas cascadas. Petra, te está fallando la fuerza. Qué broma, pero un BTO con 21 de daño base, ni tan mal, ¿no? Ni tan mal teniendo en cuenta el rango. Vale, vamos a asegurarnos que todas nuestras armas estén en buenas condiciones. Oh, no tengo muchos de estos. ¿Tú por qué no llevas nudillos, Félix? Ay. Coge puños, Félix. Puños de plata. De vuelta al mercado. Uy, por uno. ¡Wow! 20 de daño. Bueno. Vaya con la tos que me ha dado ahora. Ingrid, repara la Luina. Bueno, independientemente de si quedan 1 o 2 mapas, esto me debería durar todo el juego ya. Esto equipamiento me debería durar todo el juego ya. Mercedes, sigue enseñando magia, anda. Joder. Ay. No, espera tú. Oh.
Professor, do you think Edelgard will show up?
Sí.
Well, well. It's been a long time, Professor. And hello to you too, Dimitri.
Edelgard, I did not think you would actually accept my request.
Call it a win. Well then, what did you want to talk about?
I will get straight to the point. Why did you start this war? There had to be a way to change things in your territory without the need for so many senseless casualties.
It may be hard to believe, but this is the way that leads to the fewest casualties in the end. Don't you see?
Luego de 5 años de guerra, me vas a decir que ese... No lo veo.
How could I? Countless people have already lost their lives in this conflict.
The longer we took to revolt, the more victims this crooked world would have claimed.
Oh, venga ya. El mundo estaba bien antes de que empezara la guerra. Sí, había todo el problema con la gente en los emblemas y los nobles, pero el mundo estaba bien.
I weighed the victims of war against the victims of the world as it is now, and I chose the former.
Yo nunca habría hecho eso, de verdad.
I believe that I have chosen the best path, the only path.
Even after seeing the faces of those who have suffered the ravages of war, you would still force them to throw their lives away for the future? You are obsessively devoted to this war, and deaf to the screams of its victims. You cannot change the cycle of the strong dominating the weak with a method like that.
You're wrong. That very cycle is exactly what I have devoted my life and my power to destroying. If after all of this, you believe the weak will still be weak, that is only because they are too used to relying on others instead of on themselves.
Yes, perhaps someone as strong as you are can claim something like that. But you cannot force that belief onto others. People aren't as strong as you think they are. There are those who cannot live without their faith, and those who cannot go on once they have lost their reason for living. Your path will not be able to save them. It is the path of the strong, and so it could only benefit the strong.
So you consider me strong, do you? Even if one clings to their faith, the goddess will never answer them. Countless souls will be lost that way, living without purpose.
No hace falta que la diosa responda a sus plegarias, lo único que necesitan es creer que las están escuchando.
And I can be counted among those who have died that way as well. But that's why I must change this world, on behalf of the silent and weak.
And do you intend to become a goddess yourself? Will you steal the power to take action from the broken-hearted masses you claim to defend? The ones who can truly change the way of the world are not the rulers, but the people. Pushing your own sense of justice and your own ideals onto even another person is nothing more than self-righteousness.
Unreasonable ideas of justice, sí, Edelgard. Para haber saltado a la fama con lo de alguien no se debe aferrar a esos ideales de justicia tan irrazonables. Sus ideales de justicia son bastante, de lo que es justo y correcto, son bastante irrazonables, encuentro, Edelgard,
Maybe it is self-righteousness, but it doesn't matter. Someone has to take action and put a stop to this world's endless, blood-stained history.
¿Te refieres al baño de sangre que tú has causado?
Do you not believe in the power of the people to join together and rise up? Humans are weak creatures, but they are also creatures who help each other, support each other, and together find the right path. I have learned that humans are capable of all that from the Professor, and from everyone in my life.
I doubt a highborn person like yourself could know how the poor feel or what motivates them. This is nonsense, though I'm finally starting to understand how you feel. But that makes it even clearer to me that we can never fully understand each other.
I feel the same. I finally understand. Believe is right.
Goodbye, Dimitri.
Wait, Edelgard. There is something I must give you. This is for you. Use it to cut a path to the future you wish for. And I will rise up to meet you there. Elle?
La haga que cuando eran pequeños. Que se la cayó siendo el Lord Knight.
Elle! So it's true. You're really going away? Going back home?
There's nothing I can do about it. It's all happening so fast. I'm as surprised as you are.
Elle. Here. I want you to have this. Elle, listen to me. No matter how hard things get, you can't give in, okay? You've got to cut a path to the future you wish for, no matter what.
Sylvain se meterá mucho con Laura. Le regalaste una daga a una chica. Shut up, Sylvain. Este regalo es simbólico, es especial, tiene un significado, no es un regalo vacío.
It's a dagger? Why would you give me something like this?
I'm sorry. I couldn't think of anything better to give you.
Edelgard, what are you doing? It's time to go. Hurry and get in the carriage.
Oh, I'm sorry, Uncle. I have to go now. Goodbye, Dimitri. I remember now. You gave me a dagger all those years ago.
I'm still sorry about that. I should have given you something that would have made you happier.
Perhaps. At the time, I was quite flustered by such a dangerous gift. I left without giving you a proper response, and that was the last time we saw each other.
True. It is a sweet memory, with a bitter ending.
I'm afraid it will do no good to reminisce, Dimitri. That girl you knew back then is gone, as good as dead. But I'll tell you now what I wasn't able to tell you back then. Thank you, my dear forgotten friend. Because of you, I never lost my heart. As for the future, that will be decided in battle. King of Fargus, as the Emperor, I shall await your arrival in Enbar.
Oh. ¡Oh! Pues sí, es la batalla final. ¡Oh! Me ha cogido un poco a pierna cambiada.
Sorry. It looks like I'm going to have to leave you now.
Esto no me lo esperaba, es un capítulo menos de los que anticipaba. Eso quiere decir que antes de que acabe las vacaciones este juego me lo habré pasado. ¡Woo!
One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love as well as I love her.
Alguien a quien ame. Ah, porque está aquí satismarcada. Creo que mi respuesta es obvia, ¿no? Bueno, esto es un poco inesperado. No esperaba de verdad que esta fuera la batalla final. Creía que quedaría otro mapa. El título me hacía sospechar, el título del mapa, pero no esperaba que esta fuera a ser la batalla final. Lo dejaremos aquí por ahora. Esto ha sido todo por ahora en los Fire Emblem Three Houses. Parece que se nos viene de verdad la batalla final.